One of the easiest ways we can bring employees together and create a strong company culture is by having regular, informal, internal company knowledge sharing sessions. This can be about anything. This can be about project status, company goals, upcoming events, industry trends, or even employee achievements. Hi, my name is Guna, and in this video, we'll be looking at how we can build your company's culture by using AI podcast to create internal knowledge sharing sessions. And the tools that we'll be using is Google's Notebook LM. Before we go into the video, let's look at one sample output from this very simple idea.
Welcome to this week's update. We're diving deep into the latest company news, really to get you up to speed on what's happening, what's next, and, well, what it all means for you. This then. First up, calendars out, everyone. The Asia Pacific Green Building Conference, that's August 5th to 7th in Singapore.
hmm Focuses on sustainable urban planning.
And Lisa and Sam are heading there for us. Now, why? Absolutely. Okay, so building on that external piece, let's bring it back in-house. We've got a really crucial internal development opportunity coming up. Don't forget the effective carbon footprinting methodologies training, July 25th, internal training room.
And that one's mandatory for all junior consultants.
It is. So make sure you
Yeah.
block out your time. What?
So, what are the benefits of doing this? When employees are regularly kept in the loop, it ensures that they are always on the same page and work towards the common company objectives. Apart from that, it also quite obviously breaks down silos between different departments and teams operating in the same company. Research also shows that this can be used to increase employee engagement by breaking the ice and also foster innovation and a learning culture within company. So how do we do this? We all know that AI is really good when it comes to anything information, anything data. Okay, and we also know that Google's Notebook LM has this function which is known as audio overviews, and you can literally create an AI podcast with just one click. Okay, so how about if you use this function to create a routine internal podcast on company related happenings? The tool that we'll be using to get this done is Google's Notebook LM. If you're not familiar with this, it's technically an AI powered research assistant that can organize ideas and information. So, how it works is you upload data. This can be any data, PDF, websites, YouTube, etc. And then we can use that built in AI assistant to interact with the data. So, we can chat, we can ask questions, and all the answers that is given or provided is going to be grounded from this information that we input. Okay, so we can also come up with study guides, briefings, mind maps, audio overviews, etc. So the magic here is audio overviews, where with just one click you can have two AI, so-called AI characters talking about whatever resources that we input, right? So it can be one page PDF, and then you just click one button, and then you'll have two AI hosts who will be talking about it in a very interactive and interesting way. Let's look at the method on how to do this. It's a technically simple process which has the first phase is the information gathering part, and then the second part is the AI part where you create a podcast. And in this case, this is probably the more tedious part, and this is the easier part. So for the first step, you have to decide as a company, like what sort of information that you want to collect, who's going to collect it, and what is like how often you want to do this. And then also you have to decide the data collection methods, like what sort of Google tools you're going to use. Ideally, it's going to be emails or Google Forms, and then you also have to compile the data together in a standard template. So in this case, you have to have a dedicated person who's going to facilitate the entire process. And I would suggest that you can use Google Docs to compile the sort of information, because Google Docs can be quite easily linked to Google Notebook LM. And then the next part is, once we have the information gathered, we can quite easily create the AI podcast with just one click. You upload the information, and then it's just one click. And then this is in an audio format which can be downloaded, and then it can be shared through your email or even your WhatsApp group chat or whatever. This sort of workflow is something that is quite ideal to be automated using Google's gems. So if you want to know how to do it, you can refer to my another video, the initial steps for anyone to onboard the agentic future using Google tools, which I've kind of explained how you can create micro automations using Google's gems. Since we have a sort of fixed workflow that's going to be done on a routine basis, gems is an ideal tool that you can use to automate this process. So that being said, now let's look at how we can do it, the hands-on demonstration. For this illustration, I've gathered a sample data using Google Docs. It's a one-page document which has a very simple five categories of information: upcoming events, new projects, other information, ideas, and also like some industry-related information. So assuming all this has been compiled together by the dedicated person, what you're going to do is you're going to open up Google's Notebook LM, and then you create a new notebook, and then you can go to, since we have our resources here in Google Docs, I'm just going to link up my Google Docs to these resources. So you go down here, Google Docs, and then we click on that particular file, and it has been uploaded as part of the resources. I'm not going to go into the details on all the other stuff here. That's not the scope of this video. So let's just look at this particular use case where we create the audio overview. So you come to this particular section on the right side, and I would probably recommend to go with customize and go with the shorter version, because if you go with this default or longer version, it's going to add so much of opinions, right? And then it's going to be a long one. So we want to keep it short, precise, and concise. So that's the idea for this so-called podcast. And then we can add whatever necessary description we want to. So in this case, I'm just going to say that okay, this is a company podcast where information is shared to the staff in a fun manner, and then we just said you just start and then you go to the points directly, right? Keep it concise and fun, and then we click on generate. This might take a few minutes, so yeah, you can just click on this and then you can get back to your other stuff. Okay, there you go, we have it. So in this case, I think it took around 2 or 3 minutes, and let's hear. Welcome to this week's update. We're diving deep into the latest company news, really to get you up to speed on what's happening, what's next, and okay, I will just skip through the sessions. You can hear the entire audio in the end of the video. Area, especially when you get into supply chain data. Oh, definitely. And we'll also cover how our new proprietary software actually helps streamline that data collection. Recommendations for improvement? That's a significant win. It really is. And just joining us July 29th. Yeah, great to have Alex joining. And Alex's arrival, it's not just a new face, right? Her background is in geospatial analysis, which is going to be crucial as we expand our work in land use. So yeah, we saw how we can quite easily create AI podcasts using Google's Notebook LM tool. I'm sure you guys have like 100 ideas on how you can use it for all sort of different use cases. So happy trying. That's about it for this video. Thank you.
Welcome to this week's update. We're diving deep into the latest company news, really to get you up to speed on what's happening, what's next, and, well, what it all means for you.
Exactly. And our goal here is pretty simple. Quickly pull out the most important nuggets, make sure you're well informed, and maybe, just maybe, a little inspired by what's on the horizon.
Okay, let's unpack this then. First up, calendars out, everyone. The Asia Pacific Green Building Conference, that's August 5th to 7th in Singapore.
Focuses on sustainable urban planning.
And Lisa and Sam are heading there for us. Now, why is our presence there particularly impactful this year?
Well, it's key to remember this isn't just about showing up. Not at all. It's really about influencing the standards, the very direction of sustainable urban planning, making sure our firm is right there when new regulations or pathways are discussed.
Right, positioning us ahead of the curve.
Exactly. It positions us to leverage future market shifts that, frankly, only firms with our kind of deep expertise can really capitalize on.
Absolutely. Okay, so building on that external piece, let's bring it back in-house. We've got a really crucial internal development opportunity coming up. Don't forget the effective carbon footprinting methodologies training, July 25th internal training room.
And that one's mandatory for all junior consultants.
It is. So make sure you
Yeah.
block out your time. What specific insights are we hoping consultants get from this? What do they really need?
Well, this training, it's going deep into Scope 3 emissions accounting, which, as you know, is a notoriously complex area, especially when you get into supply chain data.
Oh, definitely.
And we'll also cover how our new proprietary software actually helps streamline that data collection, giving our consultants a significant edge in doing accurate and efficient reporting.
Great. Okay, now turning to something that really stands out this quarter, a big project win. The Sustainable Supply Chain Audit for Global Textiles, Inc. We just won this.
Fantastic news.
It is. It's a comprehensive audit of their whole global supply chain, looking at environmental and social risks, plus recommendations for improvement. That's a significant win.
It really is.
What do you think was the critical thing, the differentiator that helped us land this, especially given that global scale?
You know, what truly stands out about this win, I think, is how it validates our proprietary framework, the one for deep-tier supply chain mapping. Because this isn't just your standard audit.
Right.
It involves leveraging tools like satellite imagery, even blockchain traceability, to map their entire raw material journey, identifying social compliance risks, maybe hidden ones, almost in real time. That level of detail, that transparency, that's what set us apart.
Wow. Okay, so bringing it back to the team, what does all this mean for everyone here? First off, a big warm welcome to Alex Tan, our new junior environmental scientist, joining us July 29th.
Yeah, great to have Alex joining. And Alex's arrival, it's not just a new face, right? Her background is in geospatial analysis, which is going to be crucial as we expand our work in land use impact assessments.
Ah,
Okay.
It's a burgeoning area for our clients, and her expertise directly fuels our strategic growth there.
fantastic. And also, huge congratulations are in order for Jessica Chong, June's Employee of the Month, for her brilliant work on the Carbon Sequestration Research Project. Really well deserved.
Absolutely. Great work, Jessica.
And just a quick reminder on a different note, the deadline to sign up for our company volunteer day, it's the beach cleanup on August 2nd. The deadline is next Friday, July 26th.
Good shout. A great chance to give back and, connect with colleagues outside of projects.
Definitely. Okay, let's talk innovation for a sec. We love hearing your ideas, and we've got a great one from Mark Chen. It's his Green Commute Challenge initiative for Q3.
Yes, I saw that proposal.
It aims to encourage sustainable commuting, bikes, public transport, walking, with some small incentives.
Yeah.
I really like this idea.
It's a good one. And if you connect this to the bigger picture,
Yeah.
initiatives like this, they don't just enhance employee well-being, promoting healthier habits, they also boost our company image, tangibly.
True. What sort of metrics will we track for that to see the impact?
Good question. We'll be looking at participation rates, obviously, but also the estimated reduction in carbon emissions from commuting, and definitely employee feedback, quantifying its impact on morale and our sustainability footprint.
Makes sense. Okay, looking a bit further out now to the horizon, there's an expected announcement in Q4, Malaysia's renewable energy policy update.
Right, and this raises a really important question for us. With potential new incentives for industrial solar panel adoption, what new project leads could this generate, specifically in the manufacturing sector there?
Interesting. So not just a policy change, but a potential business opportunity.
Exactly. This isn't just policy in a vacuum. It's likely a response to global energy demands and local economic priorities. For us, it's about pinpointing which specific market segments in Malaysia are now, ripe for this shift, considering their operational needs and where our unique value in renewable energy solutions fits best.
Wow. Okay. What a week, really. A lot going on. From influencing global standards and landing major projects to welcoming new talent and looking ahead at policy shifts, it all directly impacts us. So stay engaged, stay curious. Your role in all this really matters.
It does. And maybe take a moment to consider how each of these updates, from the internal wins to the global policies, how they all play a part in our collective journey and our impact. How might you personally leverage these trends or initiatives, drive new ideas, contribute to our shared success? Something to think about.
Great final thought. Thanks, everyone, for joining us for this week's Deep Dive. We'll catch you next time.